Good evening, everybody. I sound like Alfred Hitchcock every time. I don't know if anybody knows who that is, way back in the 50s and 60s. But, anyways, um, I want to start off by saying what has happened in recent times, in the recent 48 hours, actually less than that, the two shootings. I was concerned about making a video and jumping in and making these videos. I know a lot of people are going to be talking about them, so I didn't know if I wanted to add to that. But then you read some things and you read some tweets and things on Facebook, and I don't. Funny is I don't usually go on Facebook often, but instead of taking the time to pray for those who have tragically lost their lives, and then the domino effect that's going to have with all those families that have to deal with this now is extraordinarily sad. It's just very, very sad. So I didn't want to make a video based on that. But then, see, here's my problem. People want to automatically jump onto gun control. And instead of this just being what it is for this moment and praying for those and just letting people heal, they want to use this as a platform. Now, I'm not saying you can't use gun control as a platform, but can you wait a few days? I'm just saying, just wait a few days. Have some decency. And people like Elizabeth Warren, you have none. None. Absolutely none. And I should name others, and I think because she's in more of my local area of the country, I'm really on that. Oh, and Kamala Harris, but she's opposite side. But have a little respect for those families. Don't get on your pulpit right now. Don't start with all that nonsense. Let families grieve. At least this is a moment. They're going to be grieving for a long, long time. Not like next week suddenly the grieving is over. But can you not jump on it? But no, you got to jump right in. A lot of folks, gun control, gun control. This is what we need is gun control. Really? You think that's the answer to every problem? Okay. So why don't we talk about gun deaths? Because they always throw out this number. And everyone's always leading to believe. And I've heard people quote a number and they don't even know the number they're quoting. And that's what bothers me. Oh, see? They said. Who's they? Facebook? CNN? CNBC? MSNBC? Even Fox? I don't even know who you're referring to. But they throw out one number to give the illusion that there are more murders than there actually are. Now, don't get me wrong, one murder is too much. But let's break it down, because they never do. And I'm going to make it quick and simple. We had, 36,000 right in that area? Well, I got the numbers now. I've erased them up my hand a little bit somehow. But I'll make it easy. 61% of death by gun were suicides. 39 were homicides. Nobody talks about suicide, do they? 61%. So they want to come and take your guns. Even though more people are killing themselves from guns, not killing others. Although that number is way too high as well, obviously. But I wrote drug overdoses on here because I was going to make another video about this, but I'll spoil a spoiler alert. You know what the number is? 47,000. So people dying of drug overdoses, prescription drug overdoses, by the way, 47,000. And that's higher than gun deaths. But I don't hear pill control. So Drug overdoses are higher than gun deaths, but we don't have pill control, but we have gun control. Because coming taking your guns is a lot better than coming and taking your pills. No, they want to keep feeding you pills because they need you to take those pills and be reliant on the government. They don't want you to have a gun. That means you can stand up for yourself. Any cop's going to tell you they're not going to get there almost all the time. They're not going to get there in time to save you from a situation. They're just not. You get your house broken into, and I'm not even that far off the path, but I guarantee you if a man comes into my house with a gun, he'll shoot me and I will die. It'll take the cops at least like 5 minutes to get here. Maybe less. And not because they're incompetent. It's just, it's geographics. It's just, they're not there. But me defending myself, well, that's a split second. I don't have to shoot the man in the head, by the way, to defend myself. I can just shoot him and neutralize the situation. And I don't own a gun, by the way. I will. But I'm standing up for the rights of those people who have guns. As tragic as every one of them lives are, gun control is not your biggest issue. You forget this number. You lump it in with this number. You make those lives worthless. Worthless. When you lump them into people who murder people. They kill themselves out of mental disorders, depression. You made them the same as murderers. So shame on you. So shame on you. Every one of those lives mattered. Every one of them. Those are lives that could have been saved somehow along the way in the system. So it's not the gun control problem you have with the system that is the issue. It's people. It's people in control of situations for their own greedy, self-serving ways. That's not biblical, man. That's not biblical. So let's stop the division over gun control, because every single politician knows that gun control is not the answer. Now, there should be checks and balances without a shadow of a doubt. Now, I haven't looked recently, but every single person that goes to a psychiatrist or is court ordered to go to a psychiatrist or has ever been in a mental hospital should never, ever, ever have a weapon. Sorry. There might be people that, oh, I should never been there, I was railroaded. I'm sorry. But none of those people should have guns. Not a single one of them. But the problem is they weren't allowed to tell us. Because of so-called HIPAA violation. By the way, that's a falseness. I'll get into another video about that. Me and my son, of all people, had discovered what a falsehood that is. That's nonsense, the whole HIPAA thing. Everyone can violate it. Everyone can violate it except for a nurse. So, I don't get it. You know what I mean? So there's no a lawyer can get information, judges can get information, a police officer can get information. You know, that's just so sad. It's just so sad. But anyways, it's bigger than that. But anyways, a drug overdose, 47,000, way more. So how about let's talk about pill control, mental illness control, instead of gun control, because I guarantee you that those numbers will drop. If you actually had the guts and the courage to stop being selfish, politicians, but you won't. You just won't. You would concern yourself with all of it. Not one aspect of it, but that's what you do. what you do. You take tragedy, you put it in your pocket, and see where you can spend it. So sad. So that's my video. I appreciate you tuning in, and God bless.